And we're back for another episode. In this episode I'm going to show you the rotation I've been working on to make the items required to get your Lucis for a Disciple of Hand. So I'll quickly run through an example. It can't be macro, it's impossible, but I'll explain the concept at least. So I always start out with a Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Steady Hand 2, and then 3 Hasty Touches until 10 durability left. I hit all tricks of the trade that come up. Okay. And then simply Master's Men. And then tricks of the trade again. Steady Hand 2. Tricks of the trade. The second that Comfort Zone falls off, unless it's the tricks of the trade, you hit Comfort Zone again. And then another 3 Hasty Touches. Okay. So I'm going to do tricks of the trade. I'm going to do Master's Mend. So I guess you're starting to see the point here is that you keep doing this rotation of Master's Mend and 3 Hasty Touches over and over again. And you only stop doing it, and you keep hitting tricks of the trade every time it comes up. And you only stop doing it when you have about 100 CP left after you've hit Master's Mend. So I'm going to renew Comfort Zone again. Master's Mend. So basically, this will be the last time I do this. So I've got 7 stacks. I had a lot of blow-ups, but that was just unlucky. So around 100 CP, you want at least 101. Then you do the finishing move. And the finishing move, or finishing combo that I use is Steady Hand 2, Great Strides. Let's see. You ignore the... Well, you could probably hit the good, to be honest, with Bygots. It probably will work. So let's see. Bygots. 18%. Not the greatest, but still. But I would have done Innovation as well if it hadn't turned good at that moment. And then for the finisher, because you have 30 durability left, you hit Ingenuity 2, and then 3 Careful Synthesis 2s. So that was 18%. But with more luck, if Hasty Touch didn't blow up so many times, it can be much higher. You can even get as much as 100% doing this rotation. So let's try again. Comfort Zone, Tricks of the Trade, Inner Quiet, Tricks of the Trade, Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches, okay, Tricks of the Trade, Master's Men 2, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, Comfort Zone again for the extra 14 CP after 10 moves, and I'm going to do another 3 Hasty Touches. And the good thing about Steady Hand 2 is the fact that it's got 5 stacks. So even if you have to hit Tricks of the Trade a couple of times during it, it will still be up for most of your Hasty Touches. So not always, but for most of them. So that worked again. So now I'm going to do, yet again, Master's Men 2. Steady Hand 2. 3 Hasty Touches. And again, as always, constantly keep hitting every tricks of the trade that comes up. So this rotation I found is extremely powerful because you could just keep this going. You can keep looping and looping and looping. And like I said, you want to stop when you have close to 100 CP left after you've hit Master's Mend 2. Now in this situation I've got 177, well actually 200, but I still got 5 stacks of Comfort Zone, so I'm going to do another round of Hasty Touches. And again, keep hitting tricks of the trade. It doesn't always spawn this much obviously, but that's the point of this rotation. So you see I've been able to hit Master's Men 3 or 4 times in this go. These are now at 10 stacks. So again, Master's Men 2. I'm not going to do it again at this point because I'll be too low probably by the end of a 3rd go. So I've got 10 stacks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the finisher now. So I'm going to do Steady Hand 2, Great Strides, Innovation, Bygots. That's the finisher. So it's, like I said, Steady Hand 2, Great Strides, Innovation, Ingenuity 2, and then Bygot's Blessing. Mine happens to be a good. And the thing is, so it jumped straight to the 100%. Now, you won Ingenuity 2 and 30 durability left up, and enough, at least 3 stacks of Ingenuity 2, so you can finish the craft. So let's do it now. So this is the rotation I've been working on. Like I said, I tried to put it into macros. It's impossible in macros because you don't know how often you're going to be renewing. But that's how I'm now doing my Lucis materials. I'm doing it first for Alchemist only because it was the cheapest one I could afford in terms of Razic sands. And in terms of buying the materials you need, like these black cinnabars, the 600 Grand Company seals each, I used my method, which I explained in the 100,000 Grand Company seals per hour video, which I'll link in the description, to be able to buy them all easily. And I'll also be doing the same to acquire my 20 Moonstones, because Moonstones are 4,000 Grand Company seals each, which means I need 80,000 per Lucis. But given I can make 100,000 Grand Company seals per hour, I'm not overly worried about that. I was just more worried about this rotation to get to the 100%. So anyway, let's do this again. So, Comfort Zone. Did acquire. Tricks of the Trade. Steady Hand 2. Tricks of the Trade. 3 Hasty Touches. Now, Hasty Touch is not the most reliable thing in the world. However, it's free. That's the point. So the only thing I'm actually spending CP on during most of this rotation is Master's Men and Steady Hand 2. So anyway, now I'm going to do Master's Men, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade. I'm going to renew Comfort Zone because it fell off, and then I'm going to do 3 Hasty Touches again. Tricks of the Trade. I will not renew Steady Hand 2 for 1 Hasty Touch. I'll just hit it without and hope. And it just happened to work that time. So again, Tricks of the Trade. So once again, Master's Men 2. Tricks of the Trade. Steady Hand 2. 3 Hasty Touches. I have enough CP to renew Comfort Zone, so I'm going to do that. 1 more Hasty Touch. Okay, that's good. So let's hit that. Tricks of the Trade. So now I'm going to do again Master's Men 2. I have about 150 CP, so I'm going to do the finisher rather than do another round, because I've got 10 stacks already anyway. So I'm going to do Steady Hand 2, Great Strides, Innovation, Ingenuity 2, because like I said, that's the finishing rotation, and then Bygot's. 92%, and I can do 3 Careful Notices 2s with Ingenuity 2 up to finish the craft. So I will try my best to explain in the description how I do this. It took me all day to work out, but I'm happy that I finally have worked it out. So I'm now at 12 out of 20 towards my Alchemist Lucis. So let's now try again. Comfort Zone. Tricks of the Trade. This is not a guaranteed rotation. I mean, you can see I got 6 normal qualities, but I will show you how Square Enix have made this rotation easier for everyone. So in Acquire, Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches, Master's Men 2, and then I'm going to just renew Steady Hand 2 early because I have to. So 2 Hasty Touches, Tricks of the Trade, Comfort Zone fell off, so I'm going to renew it. 2 more Hasty Touches. Okay, Tricks of the Trade, Master's Men 2. It's an excellent. So I'm going to just hit Hasty Touch early and hope. Okay, that paid off. So, Steady Hand 2 for the sake of the 2 Hasty Touches. Tricks of the Trade, another Hasty Touch. Okay, so now Master's Men 2. So now that I've got close to 100 CP left, I'm going to do the finishing rotation, which again is Steady Hand 2, Great Strides, Innovation, Ingenuity 2, Bygot's Blessing, 78%. So the reason I hit Ingenuity 2 last is so that I make sure that I've got enough moves to also cover Careful Synthesis 2 as well. Okay, that's another high quality. So I can make one more and then I'm out of materials, but I will show you what you can do for these to actually get the materials back from these even without these synth. So what you now do, Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches, Tricks of the Trade, Hasty Touch, Hasty Touch. And like I said, it's good with Steady Hand 2 having 5 stacks because you can hit Tricks of the Trade a couple of times with Steady Hand 2 still being up. So again, Master's Mend 2, Tricks of the Trade, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, and because Comfort Zone fell off, I'm going to renew it now. And Tricks of the Trade again. That's lucky. I'm going to hit Hasty Touch 3 times. And like I said, I will not renew Steady Hand 2 for the sake of 1 Hasty Touch. I will just hit it and hope. Here we go, Hasty Touch without anything. And it worked. So again, Tricks of the Trade. Master's Mend 2. Steady Hand 2. 3 Hasty Touches again. And this is the reason why it's impossible to macro this, because you have no idea of knowing how often you're going to be hitting the Master's Mend and so on. So I'm going to renew Comfort Zone. I'm going to hit Master's Mend 2. And because I've got about 116 CP left, I'm close to the 101 that I need, I'm going to do the finishing move. So I'm going to do Steady Hand 2. I'm going to hit the Trick Straight early because I didn't have Great Strides up. So Great Strides. If you get a good now, then you would hit Bygots before Innovation. So Innovation. Ingenuity 2. Is it good? So let's try. Never know. 47%. So then finish off with 3 Careful Synthesis 2s. Now high quality at 47%. Now, so from the 20 that I need, I've got 14 high quality, 6 normal quality. Now something they've added in which is absolutely wonderful, because Square Enix obviously know how expensive these materials are in terms of Grand Company seals and Gil. So what you can do, you can return to Talan and you can actually trade him the materials, the normal quality ones, to get back the expensive materials for this craft. So I'm going to show you what I mean. So come to Talan here in Revenant's Toll. Here he is. You select Assorted Accoutrements. Okay. And then I scroll down here to the Black Cinnabar. And you see, he will give you 3 Black Cinnabars and 1 Razik Sand in exchange for one of the finished items. So I'm going to exchange the 6 normal qualities and get my materials back. Make sure you don't accidentally trade over the high quality ones. So normal quality, got that back. And then you can try again. So all you lose from the normal quality ones, as long as you finish the craft, is the, in this case for Alchemist, is the tarantulas and the clusters. But you do not lose the actual expensive materials. So this allows you to use, as long as you've received the materials at least once and you never fail any of the crafts, then it means that you can just get the materials back guaranteed without needing to use Reclaim, which is wonderful. So let's now do this. Okay, so now looking back, looking here, we can see I've got back my 6 Razik Sands and my 18 Black Cinnabars, and that's why the reason I bought a ton of extra tarantulas, because I didn't know how many of these I would blow up. So anyway, let's now continue and try and get to the 20 that I need using the same rotation. And the reason I keep explaining the rotation over and over again is so that you can understand what I'm trying to do with it. So make sure you have your CP food. I've got 395 CP. I've got 4-star stats. So I got today the Artisan chest piece as well, which was released new in 2.5. I crafted it myself. The material was expensive as hell to get, but what the caps for it, for the Artisan apron, are 18 Craftmanship, 6 control, 3 CP. In my case, it's impossible to hit all of those stat caps. So I've chosen to ditch 2 control in favor of 3 CP. And my stats right now, I've got 462 craftsmanship, 417 control, and that's true on all of my crafts. So that's why I'm trying to go now for the Lucis, so I can upgrade it even further. But I have to obviously do the Lucis separately for each class. So anyway, let's go. So let's do Comfort Zone, Tricks of the Trade, Inner Quiet, Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches. That was unfortunate. Master's Mend 2. Sorry, Master's Mend, I should say. Hasty Touch. I'm going to hit Hasty Touch twice without Steady Hand for the sake for lols, I guess. And they both succeeded anyway, which is funny. So, Master's Mend 2. Tricks of the Trade. Going to renew Comfort Zone. Steady Hand 2. 3 Hasty Touches. So you can see I'm not even being consistent with how I'm doing the rotation, but the idea is still the same of hitting the hasty touches, 3 hasty touches, and then hitting Master's Mend. So I've got 79 CP, I've got 5 stacks of Comfort Zone, so now I should do the finisher. So I'm going to do Steady Hand 2, Great Strides, let's see. I'm going to do Innovation, Ingenuity 2 I should say. I don't have enough for anything really, so I'm just going to hit Hasty Touch. And yeah, you can mess up, that's life. I'm going to hit 3 Careful Synthesis 2s. The important thing to prioritize at the ending is that you just finish the craft so you can get your materials back. Do not allow the materials to blow up. So I'm showing you that I'm still new to this, but this is the gist of it works really well. I mean, I've got 15 high quality out of 20 already. So Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade. I want 3 Hasty Touches. Okay, Master's Mend 2. Steady Hand 2. 3 Hasty Touches. Going to renew Comfort Zone. Tricks of the Trade. 1 more Hasty Touch. And as I said before, it's great because with 5 stacks of Steady Hand 2, it means it'll be up even if when I press Tricks of the Trade and Comfort Zone that time. So I'm going to do Master's Mend. So I could probably, given I've got 7 stacks of Comfort Zone, I can do 1 more round of Steady Hand 2 and Hasties. So I'm going to do Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches. Tricks of the Trade, and Hasty Touch. Wow, I've been really unlucky for it to blow up so many times. So I'm going to do Master's Mend 2. I've got the 101 ideally that I need. So I'm going to do Steady Hand 2. Great Strides, Ingenuity 2, so I have to skip Innovation, and then just Bygots. And there's 15%, so I have to just, because like I said, when Hasty Touch blows up so many times, there's not really anything you can do about it, so you just have to persevere. Okay, so 3 more of these. So, Comfort Zone. To be honest though, getting these high quality is a lot easier than the items you need to unlock your Master Book 2, the 9000 quality ones. This is a lot easier really, because there's no way I didn't get anywhere near as this many done in such a short time, because that one you only have to high quality 3 times. So anyway, let's do Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, 3 Hasty Touches. Tricks of the Trade, Hasty Touch. Cool. So now I'm going to do Master's Mend. Tricks of the Trade. Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade. I'm going to renew Comfort Zone. 3 Hasty Touches. Okay, so again, Master's Mend. The Master's Mend is becoming my new friend these days, even though I used to rarely ever use it before. And I would say use Master's Mend rather than Manipulation, just so you instantly get the durability back and can start using it. So anyway, because I don't want to change my shared abilities between my different macros and different items of gear, because that'll just be tedious. So Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, 3 Hasty Touches. This is looking like the last round, because I'll have barely 100 CP after I hit Master's Mend again. Okay, so now, Master's Mend. So I'm going to do my finisher. Oh, excellent. So I'm going to hit Bygos and Hope. 100%. But you have to remember to hit Ingenuity 2 before you do Careful Synthesis 2. So that was 100% that time. Great. So, 2 more. So basically I'm going to keep this going over and over again until I get my 20 of 20 high quality, just to prove to you that this rotation works. So Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Tricks of the Trade, Steady Hand 2. And you have to use Steady Hand 2 because of the 30%, because Hasty Touch is only 50%. So you need that extra 10%, otherwise with Steady Hand it will just blow up really often. You get Steady Hand 2 from 37 Culinarian, so I would recommend you get it if you're a crafter. Master's Mend 2, Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches again. Comfort Zone fell off, so I'm going to renew it 2 more times. Tricks of the Trade, Hasty Touch, Tricks of the Trade again, Master's Mend 2. I'm going to do one more round of Steady Hand and Hasty Touches because I have enough CP to get to above 200 again. So Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches. It's only when basically you have around 100 CP left after Master's Mend 2 that you do the finisher. And then you don't bother with another round. But if you get loads of Tricks of the Trades, you can do 4 or 5 rounds of this. So it's pretty good. So anyway, Master's Mend. Got a Steady Hand 2. Great Strides. Ingenuity 2. Damn it. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to your amount of CP. I really should have just hit Steady Hand rather than Steady Hand 2, because I would then have enough for Bygos. Whatever, so I'm going to hit Hasty. That was my fault, so I'll take responsibility for that. I can finish off the craft anyway, so... And sometimes even with 50%, 15%, it can high quality anyway. So, Comfort Zone. Still getting a hang of this, but basically, because I need to do this 20 times for every craft, by the time I'm getting my other crafts done, then I have this rotation mastered. So, Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Tricks of the Trade, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade. And thankfully, I didn't read this anywhere, I just worked it out myself. So, 3 Hasty Touches. Every other result I was going for was barely getting me 15% high quality, but this is obviously, because it has a chance of getting me to the 100, this obviously is proof that it's better. So Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, can renew Comfort Zone, 3 Hasty Touches, Tricks of the Trade. It's important to hit all the Tricks of the Trade, that's for sure. Okay, I won't renew Steady Hand 2 for 1 Hasty Touch. So yeah, again, Master's Mend 2, Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches, Tricks of the Trade, Hasty Touch, and Hasty Touch. I'm at 8 stacks, I guess that'll do. I'm around 130 CP, so I'm going to do my finisher move. So, Steady Hand 2, Great Strides, Innovation. I'm going to hit Bygos early. Cool, 26%. That's a shame because that would have shot up. It was even a little bit more, would have gone to like 40%. Make sure you've always got the 32 CP left for finishing off your craft, because you need Ingenuity 2 up with Careful Synthesis. Or if you have 4 moves left, then you can just hit it with you can hit 4 Careful Synthesis 2s, but I prefer just doing the 3. So anyway, now the great thing is, what's wonderful, come back to Talan, and then just get your materials back for the normal quality ones. Because like I said, Square Enix obviously know that this would be asking too much if you couldn't get your materials back. You know, it would just be way too expensive. People probably wouldn't get their Lucis done and wouldn't even bother before the expansion comes out. So let's see, Lucis done. So that's the 4 materials back, because I've got 16 high quality. I need 20. So 4 more high qualities to go. Here we go. So this is slightly longer than my normal crafting videos, but I don't see there being any more upgrades after Lucis before the expansion, so you might as well do it right, sort of thing. And given that this is the patch day, if I get a Lucis done on the patch day, I'll be very, very happy. So Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, 3 Hasty Touches, blew up, never mind. Master's Mend, Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches, Renew Comfort Zone, Tricks of the Trade, Hasty Touch. Okay, so far so good. So I'm gonna again Master's Mend, Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches, Tricks of the Trade. I took a risk that time because my CP is kind of low, so I obviously have to do the finish after the next Master's Mend. So Master's Mend, 55 CP, which is kind of bad. So I'm going to do a Ingenuity 2 and Bygarts immediately. I don't have... I'll tell you what, actually, I'm going to hit Careful Synthesis 2 twice and try and get a good or an excellent. I got an excellent, so Bygarts hopefully doesn't blow up. Didn't, 100%. So, I mean, that was just luck beyond luck. But you can do that. I mean, you can just... You know, it says you have to hit Bygarts immediately. You can just wait and hope for the excellent. So, let's do it again. 3 more to go. So, Comfort Zone, Tricks of the Trade. And that's why macros wouldn't work for this, because you can't plan for that type of randomness. So, Tricks of the Trade, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, 3 Hasty Touches, Tricks of the Trade. Oh, my CP food fell off. I should have really renewed it. Okay, so Master's Mend, Comfort Zone because it fell off, Steady Hand 2, 3 Hasty Touches, okay, so again, Master's Mend. I'm at 100 and... can I do one more round? Let me do one more round. So I'm going to do Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, Hasty Touch 3 times. Cool. So now, Master's Mend. I'm going to do Great Strides. Ingenuity 2. I have no choice, I have to hit Bygarts. It blew up, never mind. And I said I'm not overly bothered when these random things blow up, as long as I finish the craft, because I know I can get the expensive materials back. The tarantulas are worth about 90 gil. And obviously the clusters are worth a bit more, but whatever, you know. So again, Comfort Zone, Tricks of the Trade, Inner Quiet, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, 3 Hasty Touches, Tricks of the Trade, Hasty Touch again, and again, Tricks of the trade. I really have to... Someone tell me to remind me to use CP food. So, Master's Mend. Tricks of the trade. Comfort Zone. Steady Hand 2. 3 hasty touches. Because basically without the CP food, I'm probably limiting myself by an entire round of hasty touches, which is a real waste. So again, Master's Mend 2. And then I've got 145 CP, so I'm just going to finish even if it is 5 stacks. So I'm going to do Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, Great Strides, Innovation, Ingenuity 2. I'm going to hit Bygarts. 10% terrible, but whatever. Let's just finish this. Okay, so let's keep this going. I'm determined to get to the 20, and that's the thing, you have to not give up. Even if it keeps failing over and over again, just don't give up, and then you will eventually get your 20 high quality. So 3 hasty touches. I'm already at 17 out of 20, so I shouldn't complain too much. And for the 3rd time in a row, I did not renew my CP food. So I'm definitely going to do it now, because now I feel like a complete idiot for not renewing it 3 times. So, Tricks of the Trade, Comfort Zone, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade, 3 hasty touches, Tricks of the Trade. And I always, as well, after I hit hasty touch, I just wait. Just wait a little bit, just to see if you'll get the good for Tricks of the Trade. So anyway, Master's Mend, Steady Hand 2, Tricks of the Trade. So again, 3 hasty touches. So we're at 8 stacks, I guess that'll do. So Master's Mend 2. Going to do the finishing. So Steady Hand 2, Great Strides, Innovation, Ingenuity 2, 26%. And a high quality, great. So with the 2 normal qualities, yet again, go to Talan. So this is why they've made it this much easier for people, because otherwise if you had to replace these materials every time they blew up or normal quality, then I'm sure they wouldn't have required you to get 20. They probably would have required you to get like 5 or something. So let's see, boom, done. So that's the materials back for the last 2. Cool. So let's now do this. Now this time, I'm going to use my CP food. Let's get these last 2 made. So, Comfort Zone, Inner Quiet, Steady Hand 2, 3 hasty touches, cool, Master's Mend. Hit hasty touch. I'm going to hit it twice more without Steady Hand 2, just try my luck. Okay, Tricks of the Trade, and 1 more. So one of them went through, one of them didn't, whatever. So Comfort Zone, Master's Mend. Okay, so I've got 144, so I'm going to finish off now. Actually, no, I'm not, because I've got 9 stacks of Comfort Zone, so I should be okay for 1 more round. So 3 hasty touches. Okay, that's annoying. So Master's Mend. Tricks of the Trade, which is ideal because we needed it exactly then. Steady Hand 2, Great Strides. Innovation. Ingenuity 2. Bygarts. I could have hit Bygarts when they was that good as well. That was my own fault. 18%. Is 18% enough? I guess we're about to find out. Apparently it was 18% on that one. That's great. So one more. Comfort zone. Inner quiet. Steady hand 2. 3 hasty touches. Okay, and okay. Then Master's Mend. Steady hand 2. Another round. Tricks of the trade. Gonna renew comfort zone because it fell off. Tricks of the trade. 2 more hasty touches even without steady hand 2 up. Okay, so Master's Mend. Steady hand 2. This is the last round, and then I need to do the finisher. Really unlucky with that one, but whatever. So again, Master's Mend 2. Steady hand 2, because I got more than the 101 that I need. Great strides, and excellent, which is always nice. 100%. You need to make sure you keep up Ingenuity 2, otherwise it will not finish. And again, that excellent was lucky, but whatever. Cool, that's it, 20 out of 20. So, the only other thing now that I need in order to get my Lucis for, let's see, so Lucis Tools, I'm going after this one, the Paracelsus Paracelsus Lucis, that's the one. So let's see what it looks like as well. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. So it might look even more impressive than the Luminary, to be honest. So let's compare it to the Luminary. Okay, so that's the Luminary. Let's now try this one on. So what do you guys think? Which one looks better? They look pretty cool, and they're both worn on the back as well, just to show their, let's say, uniqueness. Now the thing is though, in order for me to get this, I need to get my hands on some Moonstones. So let's see how many I need. I need 20 Moonstones for this. So I'm personally going to go buy my Moonstones using Grand Company seals, because you can buy them for 4,000 Grand Company seals each. That is the quickest way to get them. It's not the most efficient, but it's the quickest way. And you also have a chance of getting them from treasure maps as well, and also from you can get one guaranteed every day by doing the deliverance quest for the Exali. So I'm personally just gonna use my method of 100,000 Grand Company seals a day and get my 20 Moonstones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause filming now. I'm going to get it done, and then I'm going to continue when I'm ready to buy all 20. So what you do is you come to your Grand Company, go to the the third tab, Material, and you can see it right there, Moonstones, 4,000 each, which means I need to gather 80,000 worth of Grand Company seals. And once I've done that, we will continue. Then I'll go pick up my first Lucis, which will be for alchemy, and then I will try and just do this as quickly as possible, get all 8 of them, because I have the rotation down, I have the way of getting all the materials down. It's just a case of generate some extra gil and buy the other expensive materials such as petrified logs and stuff like that. And hopefully, because it's as soon as a couple of days have passed after the patch, then they should go down in price anyway. So anyway, we will continue when I have my 80 Moonstones. Okay, so I spent a few hours and I gathered all the Grand Company seals I needed to then buy 20 Moonstones. So let's now get my first Lucis. So you come to Talan, select Lucis Tools, Disciples of the Hand. And like I said before, I did it on Alchemist first just because it was the cheapest for me to try. So there we go, exchange. I'm going to trade the items needed. Trade. Done. So I got the achievement, tool time for the hand. I'm going to switch to Alchemist. There it is. So here is the Lucis. So it's nice as well, big over the top item for hanged on behind your character, like just like with the Luminary. I need to repair my gear at some point. And you also get a title when you do it the first time as well. So let's see, here it is, the light in hand. So that is how you do Lucis. And this was all done on launch day patch 2.5. Of course, this rotation is, can probably be refined, and people probably find better ways as time goes on. But this is what worked for me. So, hope you find it useful. Hope you like the episode, and I will see you basically next time. If you have any feedback or suggestions for this rotation, let me know, and I can update the description. So anyway, thank you for watching, and as always, goodbye from me, and goodbye from Mithrie.